go perform as Bent Brother in like Jersey and places in Long Island, and that's like their warm-up shows as Bent Brother. We should do that. Like, hey guys, I'm actually like working out new jokes, so I'm gonna be going as Little K Joke or some like other name.
Little K Jokerson. Little K Jokerson. I like that.
Little Gay Jokerson. No, it's not Big J Okerson. It's Little Gay Jokerson.
Little Gay Jokerson
doing his new little bits, his little routines.
Yeah, it's Big Tick Kelly coming down to New Rutherford.
Tits Kelly.
Norton has an alias.
Wasn't that because somebody was going to murder him at the cellar one day?
Yeah, and I went down one night, and the alias is my stepfather that used to beat me, Billy. I showed up one day. I looked at the board. Right before me was this guy. I was like, "What? He's doing comedy?" I was like,
"It's always funny." Why do they have to put the aliases up?
They don't work.
Well, it doesn't work. It's you're putting up a fake name for the goal of what?
You could just leave it off completely.
Just don't put the name on.
Yeah, it is weird.
Just have them be unannounced. Why does it have to be positioned? Because here's the thing: when someone looks at it, they're not going to go, "Oh, fucking Scooter Johansson's here," whatever the fake name is. You know?
I get mad at myself that I don't figure out little things like that puzzle that you just figured out.
I used to actually get upset by it because I would be like, what is that in the process? They just pass who's Billy Manchington? Like, who's this fucking asshole? And then like it's Norton, you know. I'm like, right.
Okay, it's Norton.
Yeah, when it was.
Why would he have to do other names and he could just pick one of his other aliens, like Doug or Chip?
Doug Bell.
Yeah, Paul.
Louis. They would give Louis a fake one once in a while. It's like, how about just don't put anything on the list at all? There's no reason to force that in there.
Yeah, because why do you have to be on it at all?
There's no reason. There's no reason whatsoever.
You figured it out, Jay. That's why I love you.
I really got to the bottom of shit.
You get to it quick though. That's what I love. It's like it took me 17 years to figure that out, and now you just solved it in 5 seconds. That's why I love you.
Well, that's why I put the puzzle. That's why I said I texted Bobby. I go, "Yo, let's make waves first show and really go with this Chris Rock special."
Yeah, let's make waves.
I've got notes. Let's say I've got notes. It's getting wildly acclaimed, I think, like, Hollywood-wise and everything, but hot shit, that was like, his delivery, was like, it seemed uncomfortable, it seemed forced, the whole thing was like tough to get, and then it's very, very simple joke concepts, I thought.
I love Chris. He's always been sweet to me.
He's a legend.
But I just hate when he's wearing high-heeled white Doc Martens. I can't do it, dude. You're wearing, you know what I mean?
He looks fantastic.
Yeah, but
I'll give him that. I mean, as far as I'm saying, his how old Chris Rock is. He looks like he dyes his hair up and
yeah, but the shoes. It's like, dude, you don't need high heels.
No, he is dressed like the baby.
Yeah,
which is hilarious at his age.
And he left the tag on his pants. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Staring at that tag, it was making me mental. Why do you have this tag on?
Because I gotta take it back.
No, some designer was like, dude, I got the perfect outfit, and he put that on. He went, really? You really? Yeah. No, you look fantastic. That's when you're around people that don't tell you look like an asshole. When you have the tag on your pants and high-heeled Doc Martens.
Any description or rationale yet and anything about why? I have to assume Prince gave him that.
The tag was the size of an envelope.
Oh, forget the tag on the thing.
Can't forget about it.
He wore a Prince necklace.
Yeah.
And they showed him putting it on like he was Rambo in fucking in Russia. Getting ready to go take out to get Colonel what's his name?
Troutman.
Colonel Troutman out of the fucking out of that mud pit.
I actually like when he put the Prince necklace on. I was much respect. I like that.
Come on.
I like Prince, dude.
We all like Prince.
I love
Why
Prince.
is he wearing a Prince necklace?
I mean, respect. You know what I mean? But he wore a Prince necklace, but he didn't even wear any purple at all. What the fuck?
It just didn't. The whole thing, like, acknowledge. Did Prince give you that?
I think it was Prince's.
He's in a world where everyone wears other men's jewelry that they give you to wear.
Oh, like Pell wears his own military jacket?
Not even that. It's not that he wears his own shit. It's that, like, Donnell and other people have to wear his necklaces also.
We should get our own necklaces.
Oh, tag the crew?
Yeah. Everybody has to wear a little diamond fire necklace.
Oh, Jacob, I noticed you weren't wearing your Bobby and Jay pendants today. You have like those crazy rappers and just get diamond busts of me and Bobby you have to wear. We really should get some kind of ragtag thing that we could like give out to people. That's like a sense of pure ownership.
You have to wear a Bonfire earring in your left ear.
Yeah, if it's in your right, you're gay.
Yeah.
Remember that? Remember the difference in that? The one ear piercing, one was gay, one wasn't, and then everyone just goes, "How about they all just do two or none?" That was the way.
I remember when I was in school, if you wore one, you were gay. If you wore the one, was it right ear gay or left ear gay? No, right ear was gay.
Yeah, left ear was the one you're supposed to get.
Yeah, I have the one in the left ear. I just had to check right now to make sure I wasn't.
But also, one earring now in hindsight looks so stupid in general. Just like a one hoop earring is kind of weird.
I just found this article.
What does it say?
It says how Chris Rock became close friends with Prince.
Oh, so he wore it for that. But here's the thing. It's not a good enough reason. I don't care if you were close friends. It's weird to wear a Prince pendant on your neck.
No, you don't wear another guy's necklace.
A symbol.
Yeah, you don't.
Another article said that he's worn it before on a couple occasions, and that Spike Lee's worn it too.
Well, they should stop because they look like fools. Why don't they wear Prince's class ring with a bunch of string around it on their finger?
Yeah, that's like wearing Michael Jackson's glove. Like if Eddie Murphy came out with just one little glove on. That's stupid.
I think doesn't like Tracy Morgan has a Michael Jackson glove. I think he got one, like one of his gloves, and he's like he just keeps it in a box. He's like, he just wears it around the house and does Michael Jackson dances. But you cannot wear it out.
No.
He goes, oh, this is Michael Jackson. He goes, yeah, you look like an ass in it. You look like you're dressed up as an adult Mickey Mouse.
He's playing Madden with the glove on.
Also, what a lot of people forget about the Michael Jackson glove, that thing was a big glove.
It was wiggly.
It was huge on his hand. It wasn't like when he's holding the microphone in the famous Billie Jean performance, you're like, that glove is
doesn't
padded.
Fit. It doesn't fit.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Acoustic Michael Jackson. Oh, it's only $8.91. I don't think that's actually it. But I mean, yeah, his glove was so big.
His thumb doesn't fit.
It's not all the way at the top.
Looks like a Muppet with AIDS.
Hey, that reminds me. Speaking of ill-fitting things, when's the last time a person at a shoe stores pushed the front of your shoe down to see if your toe was there?
Doesn't happen anymore.
When did that happen? When did that stop?
When shoes just fit.
You always remember when I was younger, I had to put a shoe on, and a guy
would come over
who had, by the way, a foot measure that hurt. It was like
the metal thing,
thick metal,
yeah,
with like these like scratchy things that went up on it to measure your foot, and then they'd put your foot and they'd make you touch, and then they tell you to take a little stroll around the place, and that's just over. Where's that touch anymore?
The Brannock device.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Wow. How do you know that?
I'm into shoe wear.
Oh yeah.
What is that? What is shoe wear called? What is that? Isn't there like a name for it? Like
no, I mean
cobblery.
Like,
cobblery. Isn't there? I think there's a name.
Yeah, bespoke shoes.
Oh, bespoke.
I want to get eventually.
What's that?
That's when you have your shoes, your feet measured, and they make a mold. It's called the last.
Okay.
And it's the shoes fit you only. Right now, there's basically a generic last.
Yeah, there it is.
Like a size 9, but sometimes that just doesn't fit people.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go back and have them make other shoes.
Do you have to have them make ugly shoes like that?
Yeah,
no,
you have to have Jesus sandals.
Do I have to have open toe, freaky foot, fucking?
Jay, as they say in the business, the last comes first.
Okay. I like it.
Hey, get away from me.
I don't hate those. I don't hate those wingtips at all, buddy.
John Lobb is the king. That's like the oldest shoemaker in England.
Damn.
I wish Chris Rock had these shoes for a special instead of the...
You'd love John Lobb, Jay.
Jacob, you have such hilariously refined tastes. I appreciate it.
We should get
because
Jacob a horse.
I told you why. It's not because...
You were raised by Jews?
No, because of
Fickle
my...
Jews?
Because of my height, nothing fits me.
Fits right. Gotcha, yeah.
So I got into this because I want clothes that actually fit.
Well, but shoes you should have no problem with.
No, that's not true.
When you have
Sometimes it fits. Sometimes, like sneakers, yeah, but shoes, I've always had a problem with.
why you have a wide foot?
I think it's a little wide, but it's also it could be your arch. There's many different things. So
Okay.
when you get it
Just right.
done, like
Yeah.
a last made just for your individual feet. Oh,
How
it's
much are
heaven.
they? How much are they expensive?
Like depends. You can get your own bespoke shoes, but it's going to cost you like minimum 3,500 and can
Holy
go up to
shit.
1,100.
That's how much my tiny house costs.
$11,000.
That's dumb.
3,500.
Wow.
They're gonna
Because
walk
they're
on the-
making the last. They're building the last. After they build the last, then it gets cheaper because they don't have to do that again.
Do they come attached to pieces of clean floor? Because that seems insane. They're going on the same ground, right? As everything else.
Yeah, I mean, look, they're shoes that are built only for you.
What's
with
the
the
last?
best material?
What's the last?
The last is that it's the form that the leather is built around. So they build the form based on your foot measurements,
Right.
and then they build the leather around the wooden last.
Jacob, it's a miracle you don't carry around an umbrella even on not rainy days.
I'm not as bad. I'm nowhere near what you think.
No, sure.
You like
Although-
you like Ascos.
A nice umbrella.
A nice umbrella, dude. Nice Burberry.
You have a nice umbrella.
A nice Burberry. We don't even have a umbrella, I don't think, anymore.
No, we do. But
Do
it's
we?
totes. It was $20 at Nordstrom's Rack.
20 smackers at Nordstrom Rack, dude. That thing's not going to fly me to England.
John, I mean, what do you want me to say? These are just the like fantasy dreams of mine in the future.
These are doable dreams, Jacob. We're going to
A
get you those shoes.
$10,000 shoe.
Absolutely.
10,000. I thought it was 35.
Well, John Lobb is going to be the high end because
So you
John
want
Lobb
that.
is the
What does
king of
Baba
all.
Booey make? I think Baba Booey has $10,000 shoes. I bet he does.
You think I make what he makes?
No, I think you're gonna.
I don't make anything
I
near
think
what he
you're
makes.
gonna. You're gonna make those.
Where do you go get these shoes, Jacob? Do you have to go to England and put your foot in something?
I mean, the dream would be to actually go to John Lobb and have it, but they do trunk shows, meaning they send the guys in to hotels in certain cities in the U.S. and you can get them measured there. And then they'll build the last based on that, and then you have to do fittings, so they'll send you the fittings. But it's better to be at the store, obviously.
Wow.
It's a whole thing. It's an experience. It's not just the shoe. You become you meet the maker. You become friendly with the maker, and you know it's a whole experience.
I mean,
Remember,
I
I'm
love
into
the-
leather work
I
also,
love
so
that you
this is the
love
whole
this
thing.
stuff. I think it's great.
Because it's a craft, and they're dying arts. So
I agree
I'm
with you.
actually I want these things to survive.
I agree with you. I'm with you. I'll get a pair of, what is it again? Bespoke?
Bespoke shoes.
Bespoke?
Bespoke means like just tailored for you.
Right.
Bespoke suit, bespoke shoes.
I just got a suit made.
Did
Yeah.
you?
I did. I just got a brand new. I got one of those custom fit, stretchy, washable, no stain suit you can throw in a bag and don't have to iron it.
That
Just
became
doesn't sound
that.
like-
Yeah, that was such an exciting opening, and then it
No,
took a
that,
real left.
Yeah,
What?
I didn't
He
want to
goes,
say anything.
rain doesn't stay on it.
This sounds
It's
like
rainproof.
the opposite of bespoke.
I just got a suit that you can honestly drag through the mud and rinse off with a hose and wear it. That doesn't sound good.
You can put it in your backpack and just throw it on. Yeah.
What do you have to do? You have to go to a woodland funeral? Oh, what if the rabbits get married while we're up at tiny house? Then I don't have a suit? Don't worry, I'll pull it out of my bag. It doesn't wrinkle.
You know what I really want to get is the suitsy.
What's that?
Oh, you don't know what the suitsy is? Dude, it's a sweatsuit suit.
Really?
You jump in it. It's like made out of sweatpant material,
A suitsy?
but it looks like a suit.
No way.
Yeah, you zip it down like a onesie. It's a onesie, but it's a suitsy.
Oh, well, they do that with whatchamacallit now? They have the sweatpants jeans.
Oh, I got a pair of those.
No.
Dude, I got a pair of those.
You wear them out and about?
Dude, I haven't worn them yet.
No way.
I haven't. I swear to God, I haven't. It looks just like jeans.
Do they have airbrushed pockets on them?
They have airbrushed metal little nuggets.
Yeah, so it
Yeah.
looks like it has a zipper,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it
yeah.
doesn't.
No, it doesn't. Yeah,
It's
it
just
doesn't.
sweats.
Dude, these right here. These look at these are These are stretchy jeans. Look.
I don't
These
mind
are-
stretchy jeans.
These are like women. You know, the women have kind of had that for a long time and
Sure.
didn't share it with
Little
us.
elastic. It's like 3 to 8% elastic.
Yeah, they finally made it for men. For years, women had this awesome secret. They got to be chubby and then wear tight jeans, and I didn't have because our jeans are like an inch thick.
Well, an inch thick for one, and I'm currently, as we speak, Jacob, if you want to take a peek in here, I'm wearing jeans that had to be. These are on my third patching on these jeans because in the middle is just blasts out. When I get into a high car or sit into a low something, you just hear, and you're like, oh, there's my left balls coming out now.
Yeah, these are stretchy jeans. There's a suitsy right there. Look at that
It has a zipper.
zipper. Yeah,
You just zip the whole suit out from the back like a pair of pajamas.
yeah. You step right in it. Suitsies.
Really?
Yeah, man.
They should be. San Francisco Man invents it.
Yeah.
Was this on Shark Tank?
I don't know, but I want one.
Well, what's the situation? You're going to need to wear your sweatpants suit, your onesie suit.
Well, dude, we go to dinner, just throw it on,
Where?
zip it up. We'll go to Del Frisco's. We'll get his bespoke. We'll get his last one. Put his new
you
shoes
better hope he's
on.
wearing bespokes because he's going to need them to draw attention while you're walking in a fucking in pajamas.
Dude,
You're walking
nobody,
in suit colored pajamas.
nobody knows you're in a suitsy, dude. You look like you're in a suit, but you're really comfortable. You would love it. I'm going to buy you a suitsy.
I hope it's big enough.
It's big. Look at
Look,
that.
what a fool he looks like.
Look at that. It looks like a suit. Boom, zip.
I would be humiliated to wear this.
Can I tell you something though? Watching it in action, I do not hate it as much as I thought I
They're
would.
pajamas. They're outdoor pajamas.
They
What?
are pajama, but do they have one where you can look cool? Well,
No,
it's
the
not.
article literally says from the guy, he's like, I was trying to figure out how I could look professional but feel like I was in my pajamas.
That looks good. That looks like you're wearing a suit. If you had to wear one at a wedding or a dumb function,
It's not. Listen, he looks better in any suit. He looks better in that than any suit I've ever. I don't know. It looks a little wrinkly.
Doesn't look good.
You're starting to see that wrinkle though.
It does not look good.
It's
doesn't
not a
look good.
nice looking suit.
It's not.
It's a suit.
He looks like a schlub.
Is he kidding in the commercial, or is this like, look
Like,
how
this is
cool it
real.
is?
this is a suitsy,
He's like,
dude.
look, I can hold a martini, not like an ass.
I think this is their like crowdfunding pitch.
It's terrible.
Oh, you throw,
Oh,
you
God.
throw it in the washing
Oh,
machine.
dude, no way.
Placed vents to keep you cool.
Yeah.
when things
How
get
much
hot.
longer does it take to put on an actual suit?
I'll tell you what, much longer, Jacob.
Eating an apple.
Jacob,
a whole
much,
minute
much longer. But here's what I don't like. Also, the faux shirt coming out of the sleeves.
It looks terrible. It doesn't look good on him. It's schlubby.
It's listen. He's a schlubby guy, but if we had it on, we'd look good.
Did you guys hear him talk at all?
No, please.
A well-fit. Oh my
With
god.
a dual zip zipper for efficiency. Number 2, I'm going right now.
All the shots
Won't
cut.
you
It's like he's
join
eating
me
an
in this
apple, then he's reading a book.
by helping crowdfund the Suitsy at Beta Brand.
This guy's a knob.
I think that's a drop. That's crazy.
I mean, I didn't get that. I got the flex suit.
Christine, please.
Well,
Flex
it's
suit?
a flexi suit. It's called.
Oh, it's not called the flex.
I don't
suit.
know, but no, you can type in flex suit. That would come up. But it's more of like it stretches. It's custom fit. You have to, and you send when you get it.
Just got a fifth pocket for your Marlboros.
You put it on, and then you take pictures and you send it back, and then they refix it so it fits you perfectly. There it is, right there, flex suit.
It's a made-to-order.
Yeah, man, I got this sucker. I love it.
Go down. I mean, these look better for sure.
Yeah.
Wait, these are one pieces too?
No.
No, 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 no.
What's
This.
that?
What is
What
that?
was that?
It's like Biggie Smalls in the background
Your
singing.
cue.
Oh, my cue is too loud.
Oh, no worries. These look like nicer suits, but I don't see anything in the description that says like you can get dragged by a truck and then like go take a shower in it, and it's fine.
Dude, I swear to God, you can spill stuff on it. It doesn't wrinkle. That's the thing with like if you have to go somewhere
My biggest thing.
and it wrinkles sucks, right?
Christine, can't believe Christine hasn't bought a steamer and how much she refuses to iron anything ever. She's never ironed a thing in the time we've been together.
We haven't owned an iron since I don't think I've owned an iron since I've lived in New York City for 14 years.
We had an iron
Bobby,
in
When?
one place.
can I
For
tell
sure.
you this?
Yeah, please, Jacob, go ahead.
Kirby Allison has an entire video on how to pack your suits in your suitcase that won't wrinkle.
Ooh, really?
I'll send it to you.
Oh, thank you very much.
It involves a lot of rolling, correct?
No,
Folding.
folding.
Really?
A jacket.
Yes.
No, false.
But I don't
I guess
understand.
you know more than Kirby Allison.
I don't think you know more than I don't. I've been introduced to Kirby.
Jay.
And the videos that I've watched are pretty. I don't think you're.
You guys are involved in a
You
cult.
don't know more than him.
You're involved in a cult.
Well,
You
not.
know more
just know
about
that.
comedy.
Just so you know, our friend Daniel Penrod, I think his name is, on social media, on Instagram, reached out to me and said, this guy seems like he's in a sham marriage because he's a gay man who you look up to for his $10,000 shoe wear and his shaving practices, and that he's like a bitchy dude.
I don't know him, but he dresses like a gentleman in Dallas, so I get why everyone would
Dresses
think
like
that.
a gay man in Dallas.
I don't think he. Well, I don't know how he looks. I mean, to me, that looks.
Gay?
Look, I wouldn't dress exactly like him.
Owns his 3 kids, goatee, beard, and mustache.
You could say it's preppy. He dresses preppy.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, he dresses like an English gentleman from the 1920s.
He's a gentleman.
I bet that guy bites one piece of flesh off of every hooker he kills.
I don't. When I meet girls
never
that do
heard
like
of that.
period piece dressing, there's
His-
always something funky
Not a
there.
period piece.
His
That's
bespokes
the
are made
wrong
of
way to look at it.
hooker flesh. He has shoes made of all the whores he's killed.
He has to find women with fat feet so he can make shoes out of
He
the...
jerks off to Kennedy's assassination.
It's just a classic look.
Those kids aren't real. Oh,
look
look,
at
his umbrella
umbrellas.
I wouldn't
collection.
wear that suit jacket.
Why? Because of his slopey shoulders?
Look at those shoes.
I guess what I just have to say to you is, are you gay?
Bobby, you would love to have. That's Davidoff
Oh,
of London.
dude.
You would love to go there and have share a cigar.
I
with
would
him,
look at
wouldn't
that perfect chair to smoke a cigar, that cigar table with the magazines, then the ashtray, and then on top, look at that. I would love that.
Who got you into that scene, Bobby? Because I watched that happen. You were a cigarettes guy, obviously, before.
I was a cigarette guy, but then the cigar thing,
Because you're into it. You're into the fucking rap, the watching it be done. Like, you got into the culture of it that was, like, new to me. Who got you into that?
every town I go to, I find a cigar lounge,
Yeah.
and I immediately go.
Yeah.
And I hang out. Even Lafayette, I went to the cigar lounge.
And just in there with a bunch of strangers, just by yourself, and
Sit
everyone
there-
just talks.
bunch of old guys in chairs like that, and we hang out and we talk and we smoke cigars, and it's fucking.
What are you in town for? Blah, blah, blah.
It's not even a lot of times they don't even care where they don't even ask that shit. They'll just talk about stuff. Usually, older dudes, and
They're trying to let blacks in here.
No, I don't go to that one. I did.
It's too expensive a membership.
I did go to an all black one in I think it was Winnipeg. I went to it was all black dudes. It was mostly black guys, and I sat with them.
Did you get drunk like Anthony Michael Hall in Weird Signs? I was crazy insane for this little 8th grade bitch. Crazy?
Insane?
Man, I was nuts for the woman. She kicked him into the balls and called him faggots in front of everyone.
She did what?
That movie's so funny. What is she doing with a malacca like you? She's in the Malaccas, Dino. She's in the Malaccas. Yeah, I feel like these places you go to, everyone's always measuring you with a tape measure.
I tell you what, the black one was the funniest. They were busting balls, making fun. And
Older black dudes, mostly.
Yeah, around from like 30 to 50, 60, and they were hanging out, busting balls.
When you guys walk in, they go, "You meet Bobby Kelly yet? This motherfucker got a crazy story.
He's in town doing comedy. I swear to God.
Boy come from Boston. You know funny motherfuckers come from Boston. Ain't that the straight up truth?" Jasper.
Yeah. Yeah.
They still making Thug Passions back there behind that bar?
yeah,
Rita, get your fat ass out here and take my order.
I stutter. so one black dude that stutters.
Olivia, get your fat fine ass out here and give me something to eat.
Go fuck yourself. Get your own food.
You make fresh cornbread today? This bitch always make fresh cornbread, bring it in for all of us.
It was so fun hanging out there. I didn't tell them I was a comic to the end, and they were like, "What are you doing in town?" I was like, "I'm a comedian." They were like, "Get the fuck on!" The place blew up.
You ain't said shit funny
I
yet.
didn't say anything.
You don't want to go too big. You just laugh with them.
They didn't want any.
I'm funny than that motherfucker.
But white dudes are always like, "Can I get tickets?" They were like, they didn't want nothing. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, no one cares.
What is that?
This is Suarez.
Oh, here it is, dude.
Oh, this is big.
This is the greatest.
This is
Oh,
Suarez
so-
snoring.
You taped him while he was snoring.
So I did a thing called Comedy Camp where I invited all the comics up to an AKA, right? AKA? Yeah.
KOA.
Or KOA.
KOA. Sorry, AKA is a cult I'm in. I'm sorry. That's a whole different thing.
Ass
but-
Kickers Anonymous. You never see him coming.
So I invited them all up there, and I was like, dude, do a bonfire way up here. We're going to be around an actual fucking bonfire. And we put up camps, but I got a cabin for Dan and Jay because they were like, we're not camping. We're not fucking going out in the woods. So I was like, I got you. I understand. Some people don't like being out. Ari and me like to be in a tent.
Yeah, Bobby's hanging from 2 trees, and then they were like, hey, they were coyotes jumping at us all night or something.
There was a skunk. There was a skunk that went under my hammock, and I felt it. Its whole body cross my whole body. It was
my God.
It was fucking frightening. And then I called Ari on my phone. I go, Ari, something just went under my tent, and he got out of his hammock. He's like, it's a huge fucking skunk, and it's kind of just doing circles under me. And then it went to a tree. He goes, it's eating something under the tree. And I'm like, what is it eating? It's like a can. I was like, oh, fuck. He goes, what do you mean, oh, fuck? I go, I left the bacon grease out from the breakfast this morning. I left it in a can. So he had to go throw it up. But we got a cabin for these 2 lunatics. And we put, Becky was in there. And then we put Mike Suarez in there because he just showed up. He had I don't know why. Like, he came, but he had no plan.
No clothes, no nothing. Just came like it was for the day.
Yeah,
Hey.
like even Feeney and Sagalo showed up, but they showed up with a tent with no rain fly. Like, so it was just an open tent. So if it rained, it was just raining in their
wrap.
tent, and they didn't know how to put it up. So his girlfriend had a tent, and he just took the tent without all the stuff for the tent, and they just showed
No
up.
poles. They just brought the tarp.
Yeah, so I had to give him I had all the supplies, so I gave him a tarp and I gave him something to sleep on, but we didn't have anything sore, so we stuck him in the thing with you. And then Dan, I've never seen him so mad. He was like, "What the fuck, man?"
Yeah, dude, he was like, he didn't sleep. And by the way, it was like over the course of the day, he brought up often, he was like, well, I'm just like tired, man. Like I didn't sleep at all last night. And you just see Suarez be like,
Yeah, Suarez is a sweetheart, but he's a mental patient when it comes to. He would stay up for 5 seconds and then right back to sleep. So we went in there. This is me going in there.
That's another infuriating thing. That people who can fall asleep that fast make me mental.
Well,
I'm so angry at that alone.
Well,
Yeah.
he's overweight and he's pre-diabetic, so falling asleep from him
all
is
right.
pretty. Well, staying up is hard.
that was bad. I said when we
All
saw
right,
Ralphie May,
I'll give him that.
when we saw Ralphie May at Bonnaroo, like
Yeah.
a few months before he died.
You have to nudge him in the middle of the conversation.
Dude, no, it wasn't a conversation. Dude, at one point we're sitting there. Dude, Kendrick Lamar was playing on stage. They let us go right up front,
Right.
where there's like kind of like an open area for like artists and the people who want to go there. It's VIP in front of the stage, in front of the stack of speakers. Kendrick Lamar with a live band. I never knew his music before. I was being blown away at the moment. I'm like, wow, this guy's like fucking great. Yeah. And I just look, it's so loud, and it's like, and I look over and they have Ralphie in like a crazy sized lawn chair, and he's just like sleeping. I thought he was dead. I'm like, is Ralphie dead? And they go, nah, dude, he just can't stay awake for anything.
He's got a piece of beef
I'm
jerky in his hand.
I mean, it was a wall of speakers. We were in front of the speakers blasting out at Bonnaroo. It's not to us. Those speakers are for 150,000 people behind us. And he was right in front of. His hair was moving with the bass, and he was asleep.
Where do you get a chair? How can you fit a fucking
They
chair?
brought it. He had people with him that would carry this
Oh, really?
giant chair for him.
Like he had pants chairs.
Yeah, something just opens.
Yeah, as soon as he bends his knees, a chair pops out of his back.
Oh shit. Yeah, play. This is
Crazy.
Suarez snoring. Damn, this is funny. There's where Dan tried to sleep. It would stop. It would
he
stop
was
for
up
a couple
5 seconds ago.
They get aggressive.
I mean, what? the fuck?
This is miserable, man. Oh God.
If you told me like there was a moose with 3 arrows in it outside making that noise, we have to save this moose. No moose.
I was really happy it wasn't our snoring.
So happy too.
Dude, his nose should be like sucked into his face. I mean,
Jesus, dude.
that's nuts. That's
So much oxygen he's taking in.
Oh, it sounds like somebody trying to start a fucking motorcycle.
I mean, that's
But
crazy.
that's 5 seconds after Dan. We woke him up. He was up like a couple seconds before this.
But Bobby went in there with like disbelief. He filmed it because it was disbelief.
Yeah, it was bad.
Bobby was like, no, because Dan's like, Elvis was like, Dan, I know snoring like sucks, and so, but it's like, you can get to sleep and then stay asleep through snoring usually. Like
Not through that.
we all, you know, I mean, I go to
yeah,
sleep
yeah.
to Christine snoring. She's going to sleep to me snoring before. Like you'll get there, and he was just like, dude, it's not that kind of snoring.
It's not because it would.
He's like, it would make like the bed would like the couch would move. And it would-
That one time that happened, where this is when I was like 18. We all at me and my friends and some guy I didn't know. He was related to my friend. He snored so loud on the couch. I stared at the ceiling the whole night. It was the most miserable night I've ever experienced. So I feel like I know what.
Yeah, that snoring is like
It's
killing
just-
flies through the vibration of the window.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Just
Oh.
next level.
yeah, dude. Everything. My Dawn snores now. She's just started snoring like a couple like this year, like really bad.
Yeah.
And I used to be able to just nudge her. She would snore like this, like that, like that, and I'd nudge her, and she'd stop for like 2 minutes for me to get to sleep. But now she's snoring like a dude.
Yeah. Yeah,
And it's starting
Christine
to
wolfs
bother me.
for sure, but there is a thing, like I usually nudge her and she'll move and stop for a few minutes and then pick back up. Christine's funny about falling asleep though and snoring immediately, which I know I do also. But Christine, like the best is she'll like snuggle into my arm, like when we're watching something, because I can't now I can't keep an eye on her to see if she's awake, and I just go like, I'm like, Christine, you still awake? And she'll say like yes, and then a minute later I start feeling like the hot wet on my left under tit
Yeah.
from her breathing and just start going. And I'm like, all right. Sounds like I'm making a fart noise under my armpit with my hand. It's just Christine wailing in my armpit.
You do it. Well, you'll be snoring, and I'll go like, Jay, you fell asleep, and you're like, no, I didn't. I'm like, you were sitting here snoring.
Crazy.
You made
That,
it right past Chris Rock and then passed out. The pre-show.
I don't know.
I fell asleep so quick on those fights. I was just, I don't know what was going on.
I love that we made waves too. We really made waves on the Chris Rock thing.
Yeah, let's make some waves.
His shoes stink.
Oh, I'll go back
His
to it.
jacket.
I'll have you go back to it. I just want to say what I do want to apologize to Christine for. I don't know why or where I think I'm at lately, but I have taken to waking up, and then like I would do this on the road for sure, no problem. I mean, arching ass, almost like I know I'm getting ready, and just really cranking out like a hilarious fart, and then go. But as soon as it's like, I mean, the last little whiff is out of my asshole, I just prance up and go, and I looked at Christine is there, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm so. I don't know why I do it like I'm alone. And I go, no. And then Christine's just like, it's fine. And then sometimes she has to leave.
Yeah, sometimes you fart me out of bed.
I hate that. What Christine loves about having a dog, though, is, and I know for sure, even if it's not every time, she has definitely blamed a fart of hers on the dog, for sure.
I've never blamed a
Yes, you
fart
have.
on the dog. No,
Absolutely.
I haven't.
Yeah, some of those are people farts.
I caught
No
Dawn
way.
wiping.
Really?
Yeah, that really fucked me up.
Did you see the turd on the paper?
Nope.
Because that'll change the relationship for
No,
sure.
thank God. I walked in and she just reached back and did her first wipe,
Oh,
and I was like, oh, and she looked at me and smiled.
It's the muddiest one.
Yeah, dude. I was like, fuck.
She
I just-
smiled?
She looked at she wiped and looked at me and smiled, and then I just ran the fuck out. I was like, God, oh, my wife shits. I don't want to know that.
I think
We
we've
have
ever
to-
walked in on each other in the bathroom, actually.
Never walked on each other in the bathroom, but Christine, she said, like, but Lou maybe is a better man than I am, because I really have to tell Christine, I go, Christine, it's crazy that you, a pretty lady, have left streaks like that in the bowl, and that I am scrubbing your shit off a toilet is weird. And then Lou goes, I just don't tell her and do it. I don't want to make her feel bad about herself. So you
I
just
tell
clean your
her.
girlfriend's shit streaks? I tell. You tell?
I say never again.
Yeah.
Yeah, never again. It's like 9/11. Never again.
Yeah,
I don't
do
want
it anymore.
I can't.
The
I don't,
Holocaust, 9/11,
Yeah.
and my girlfriend's shit streak in the
streaks.
toilet.
Ugh. And sometimes when she does leave it, it's like, did you not turn around? I mean, I don't mind if there was a little tiny one. It's like you dumped like a fucking goat,
I'll tell you the process
and then
why.
you didn't.
Yep.
You didn't turn around and
Keep
go.
moving.
This is intentional. This is to fucking do something to me. I was like, never again. I don't want to see it again.
Listen, before I grab the brush,
Dick?
because
Oh,
before I grab the brush, which by the way, I do think is a gross concept, but we have one. The toilet brush.
The toilet brush is disgusting.
But we have one. But so before I grab that, what I'll even try to do is take more wipes or paper.
No.
And I'll get a big wad of toilet paper.
No.
Flush
No,
so
no,
the
no,
water
no.
goes out and stick it on the
Jason.
dukes and then flush again
You
and see
go
if it
into
grabs it.
You empty the pool and wipe the bottom of the pool, and
Not
then
a wipe. I just stick the paper to it, nowhere near touching my hand, and then flush again and see if it grabs it in the swipe.
Yeah, because it's too dirty to use the thing that actually is meant to clean.
Yeah, when you use the brush, if I use the brush on a piece of shit like that, I'm like, oh, that brush is gonna smell like shit for sure. It's too much.
You gotta scrub the brush in the thing and then flush the brush.
I do.
And
I
then
do.
put the brush
But I
back.
put that brush so far, I fucking throat fuck it with. How deep I put that in the pipe?
Is this Christine's duty?
Yeah,
Why was it so adorable?
yeah. I guess she has dry loads because these things grab onto the side. They are not ready to go where they're going down
Yeah,
to.
women
They
need
grab
to,
on.
Women need to drink more. They need to drink more water. Women don't drink enough water.
Yeah, what are your meaty turds? Are so dry and sticky.
It's not. There aren't streaks that often.
Whenever I get shit on the bowl, it's because I've had what can only be described as an explosion of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And when you flush, it takes that. But then I go in for I do take the brush and make sure you get a little under.
You got to get
Because
the,
you're not going to see that under bowl thing.
I shit in a cigar bar in Lafayette,
Yeah.
and I took a really big. It was a plane like a flying dump.
Oh, wow.
You know, when you get up early and
Mm-hmm.
you're eating, you're kind of snacking all the way through, and then you go have breakfast, and then a coffee, and then a cigar. And I had to sit up because the dump came up out of the water.
Wow, breached.
It
That's a hell of a piece.
it breached the thing. If I had just put
It's like Seal Island, dude. It's the only place the sharks breach.
if I had put my hand down regular, my knuckle would have skimmed.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Have
Yeah,
you done
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Have you ever skimmed it?
No, I've never had one hanging that. I mean, I wish I had a piece that big.
I had to stand up on my tippy toes and wipe, and then put it in, and then flush. And there was a lot of leftover.
Drag.
And I'm not a savage though. I there was a brush there, and I cleaned it up with the brush.
Christine, whether it's dealing with any of her womanlies or taking a shit, like you said, Bobby, I believe women shit like goats.
Yep.
They dump or like those carriage horses. Christine just dumps and keeps it moving forward. She just like the bag got it. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, the thing I really hate is the monthly. I don't like blood. I don't want to see it, and I don't want to. I know it's natural.
It's all
and
rational.
I know
Bobby,
it's all natural.
This
I know
is
it's,
all rational shit.
And when I come in it's the little blood drips are still in the thing.
But it's like it's milky blood.
Yeah, but
It's thick.
it's internal blood.
Yeah.
It's like medical blood. It's like you know what I mean? Like
It's got whatever
Yeah.
you are in there.
yeah, dude. It's fucking DNA blood. It's bad. It's not. And then it's on that, and I'll call her in. I'll be like, you gotta do it. You gotta get in here.
We've had arguments where she goes, "It's fucked up. Like, do you have to call me in and go, Christine? I can understand, and this is what I don't get. There's blood. Like if she lifted the seat to pee, she'd see that it's like under. It, I don't even know how it fucking
How does that
arcs
happen?
up like that.
I don't know how's it get underneath the
Christine
thing.
uses
Diva
that cork, the Diva Cup, which
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
featured in The Last of Us, I think.
What is that?
Really?
What is
Yeah.
that?
It's
Yeah.
it's a surgical grade silicone, and it's
crazy.
a little cup.
You
and
wanna know what
pop
it is,
it
Bobby?
up there,
I'm gonna
I'll tell
throw
you
it
and
up.
it
I'll tell you
collects
what it
the
is.
blood.
It cups. Why would you? Are you
Bobby.
drinking
And
it?
then you take it out, you pop it out, and you dump it.
With your hands, blood on your fingers, blood on.
You catch a rhythm. I've been
it's-
doing it for a long time.
She has
now.
no rhythm. You can't. When's the rhythm? When are you gonna catch it? I'm still cleaning up blood 100% of months.
Here's the problem. I empty it. I never
What the fuck,
lift
Jay?
up the toilet
It's a lot.
seat, like ever. So I just don't see it. And then he goes to pee and he lifts up the toilet seat.
You
and
lift
it's
at the seat
there.
to pee,
Yeah.
and you see blood spatter.
I've touched it.
Oh.
I've seen it. It's on both sides of the toilet. Like it's on the top of the
Outrageous.
bowl, and then underneath the seat that goes down on it. It's, and yeah, Dexter. You can clone Christine from what I've pulled out of there. And I'll tell you, when I call her in for it, she's like, okay. And I'm like, how can this not be avoided?
Jay, you got to be careful. If something happens to her and they suspect it's you, and they're going to find blood spatter in the bathroom, like you smashed her head in the tub.
Absolutely, they're going to find it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to be fucked.
Oh, it looks like he like curbed her on this fucking on the side of this fucking toilet. Bite the porcelain. It's fucking Oh, Bobby, I'm so happy you're here
I hate
because
it.
that's.
There's
Christine
no
looked at
excuse.
me when you said that. He goes, "I bring Dawn in." Christine doesn't like being corrected, and I love correcting her like a child. So it's a real conundrum in our relationship.
Listen,
It's
you know
real
what?
fun in the house.
Okay, here's the thing.
I like to walk her over and put her nose in her problems.
In the blood.
And then I give her a little whack with a newspaper. You think she'd learn?
I actually, I do things, man. We have the bidet, right? And the bidet, you push the button and it shoots out, and it cleans your butt, right? But it's not supposed to. I make it clean my butt like it's like that mining when they just spray the water on the side of the dirt and it just falls out. Like I'll have stuff. So I like learn to open my butthole up a little bit.
You accept it inside of you.
So I present a little, and it cleans everything.
You have to like a little something with your mouth to get it right. You have to like, oh wow. Like,
Yeah.
like a little thing. Like you have to mimic what you want your asshole to do, and you'll sort of do it. Watch, we're all doing it right now. Look. I'm making my butthole do this right now, Jacob. Look, I'm making it go.
Oh, I just open mine.
Ooh, it's ooh ah. It goes from an ooh to ah. I can make it go ooh ah. The little push pull.
So the shit, when that happens though, the little stick is still out, so the poop falls down on the stick, and then the stick goes back in. It's supposed to self clean, but it doesn't. Now, my wife brought that to my attention one day in an argument because she'll hold on to it and not tell me about it. She'll hold it with like ammo. So when we do get in a fight about her blood thing, one day I was like, "Hey, you can't be leaving your blood in the toilet."
It's evidence.
She goes, "Well, you shit on the stick and you don't clean it up." So now,
But she never told you about this.
never told me. She held it. I didn't know I was doing that.
Yeah.
I can't see the stick. I just know I felt pleasure and joy and ecstasy that my asshole was being fully cleaned with water.
You're accepting it.
I was accepting it. Ooh, ah.
I think this is a bad design. I don't have mine. Doesn't like retract out so that it's right over your
What does yours do?
butthole. It's at an angle, so it never even comes. It shoots at an angle, so it never even.
Yeah, but your butthole's not at an angle. Your butthole's facing down.
I think
No, not real, but because when you're kind of leaning forward, you kind of twerk when you're
You lean
getting
forward?
your
I'm sorry.
Twerk it,
I'm
dude.
sorry. What the fuck did you just
for
do,
your
Jacob?
bidet.
you gotta twerk it sometimes.
You gotta
What?
twerk it a little twerking, like 10% twerking.
Wait a minute. I don't
to
understand.
get to angle
Could
the
you
water.
give me a little example of how you do it?
Yeah, I mean,
So you lean.
mine is never a problem
Okay. So how do you do it?
because the nozzle is behind your butthole.
Okay, it's behind
Going
my butthole.
Going up at an angle
so
into
I'm
your butthole.
I'm sitting up straight, taking a shit, and then what do I
Right,
do?
so
Lean forward.
just a little bit.
Just lean a little bit.
Sometimes you go like this.
You gotta find where your spot is. But Jacob said you find your sweet spot
So
eventually.
you gotta
And
find where you
you
gotta
just
hit.
know, like the force.
The noise changes. It goes from this.
Yeah.
Yes, when it hits the hole.
Yeah.
It's such a like. Oh, that gargly kind of like water on water.
For years, you just know where it is. I don't have to readjust
What kind do you got?
the
Tushy.
tushy.
You have the Tushy.
great.
I have a Tushy, but I don't have that. I never installed that one. I have a high end
Toto.
heated seat.
You have a Toto?
Seems like it's over designed to me.
Whoa, maybe it is. Maybe I'm over designed because the poop does fall on the stick that comes out.
That's a lot.
That's-
But don't take this blame on yourself, Bobby.
Why?
Let's focus on this. You didn't know about this shit on the stick.
I did not know, dude.
You're being chastised for it, but it's now here. I will say
What?
to Dawn's defense, because Christine has made it a thing. She's like, every month, Jay, are you still going to bring me in here? And I'm like, well, fix it. And then what I'll do is I will not say anything about it for the next few months.
Yeah.
When it happens, that way when we argue, I go, Christine, you don't want anything. The thing still happens with the blood. You think it doesn't happen every month still? I just don't say it. I just clean it now. But then I do bring it up still.
But
Got to
that's
give her the
6
biz.
months of no shit.
What did you say?
She bought herself 6 months of me not giving her shit about the blood.
But the blood thing, Christine, I don't understand. You know I love you, but you have blood in a cup and you have to pull it out of your vagina?
Yeah, like a fucking vampire. She has like a chalice of blood she pulls out of her snatch everywhere she goes.
Worse than shoving cotton up there?
Yep.
Yeah. 100%.
It is.
Because the cotton is absorbing it and you're pulling it out and there's no fuss, no muss.
Yeah.
You're actually pulling a cup of Chardonnay out of your vagina.
And then putting it, and then dumping it in the toilet.
Yeah.
Splashing it everywhere, and then rinsing it out in a sink. In the sink.
Not the sink. Not the sink. Not the sink.
The sink.
Not the sink. You're lying.
She boils it in our pots.
No.
I have one pot that's for the Diva Cup.
Buddy, the last day of the period, the first day that it's not full of blood, she just leaves it in the shower for the next 28 days until she has to boil it in our pots again.
Smell my duty. Smell how powerful
Shut
I
up,
am.
Becky.
Christine, you really should be playing. Christine, you should be playing a pipe organ when I do this. we should take our last break.
When you
We're
enter
running
the
out of
door,
time.
you went, hello, welcome.
Yes. Oh, Christine, it's been a long time. We're going to take our last break, everybody. It's Bobby's first day. It's the Bonfire. Hey, everybody, thanks for listening. That was just a portion of our actual Sirius XM radio show.
If you want the whole thing, the whole damn thing, go to SiriusXM.com/bonfire for a special offer.
That's right. And go to BigJComedy.com and RobertKellyLive.com to check out our stand-up dates coming to a city near you. Crackle, crackle.
I stepped on you, crackle, crackle. I stink.